السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. بسم الله الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين ما بعد. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي. رب زدني علما. اللهم لا سهل إلا ما جعلته سهلا وأنت تجعل الحزن إذا شئت سهلا. I welcome you all to the class of تهذيب محاضرات في علم الصرف, and today inshallah ta'ala we are going to continue from where we left off. That is, we need to read Ismul Fa'il again, inshallah ta'ala. So let's begin. Ismul Fa'il. So what are the rules of Ismul Fa'il? He will summarize in almost four and a half pages, inshallah ta'ala. And then we'll go to Siyagh al-Mubalagha, all the mushtaqat. So this is the list of, the heading should have been below, mushtaqat. Now, we have Ismul Fa'il, Siyagh al-Mubalagha, and then Sifa Mushabbaha, Ismu Tafdil, Ismu Zaman wa Makan, Ismu Alah. We have, and then general exercises for all of them. From the, there should have been one chapter of Ismul Maf'ul, which, yeah, he has Ismul Maf'ul also. I didn't see it. Okay. We have Ismul Maf'ul also. So we have Ismul Fa'il, Ismul Maf'ul, and all of them, inshallah ta'ala. So let's read Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim about Ismul Fa'il. Ismul Fa'il. Ismul Fa'il huwa wasfun. It is a wasf. Wasfun, like in Arabic, there's something called, for example, kitabun. Kitabun. Right? Kitabun. This is Ismul That. This is called That. Ismul That. Okay, because we can see this thing, no? Ismul That. Right? So Ismul That, which is physical. It's a That. A book is a book. You can see it. Then there's another thing in Ismul That, which is Ismul Ma'ana. Ismul Ma'ana, which you cannot see. For example, Ilmun. Ilmun. But both are called Dawat itself. Right? So Kitab is also a That. Ilm is also a That. But Ilm is a Ma'ana. I mean, you could say Ilm is a Ma'ana. Or we can divide into three types. Okay. So That is a book, which you can see, physical things. Ilm is Ma'ana. Ismul Ma'ana, you could say. Ismul Ma'ana. And then there's third thing, which is a mixture of both. It has that as well as ma'na. For example, alim. Ismul Fa'il is a, so, and this is called wasfun, or yeah, they call it wasfun. Wasfun has what? That. Alim means he is a person, right? We can see him. As well as he has knowledge. That plus ma'na. That plus ma'na is what? Wasf. So that is what he means, Ismul Fa'il huwa wasfun. It's not that. It's not ma'ana. Correct? It's not tangible or intangible things. They're both in there. There's a tangible person there and intangible ilm. He has knowledge. So that is Ismul Fa'il. Like qatil, killer. Killer is a person as well as he did the action of killing. So that's what he means by wasf. I mean, whenever they say it does not mean Mausuf Sifa and all that, no? Wasf means that. And wasf, mushtaqat are also called wasf. Mushtaqun, some people are also called in sarf, because you're learning sarf. Wasf also means mushtaq. But he brings both of them. So he could mean both. It's a wasf, that means it has that plus ma'na. And it is derived, mushtaq, because mushtaq also means wasf. Some people call it, they said this is wasf, that means mushtaq, it is derived. Ismul Fa'il huwa wasf. That's why we did not use Mausuf Sifa when we were learning in Nahu, because in Sarf they use it for this, or they use it for that, or Ma'ani and all that. Ismul Fa'il huwa wasfun, that is, it's a description, that is, it includes a person as well as the meaning in it. Mushtaqun, which has been derived للدلالة على حدث على الحدث. It shows the act event. وفاعله as well as the doer. كما في قوله تعالى والكاظمين الغيظ والعافين عن الناس والله يحب المحسنين. The ones who control their anger and they forgive people. عفا يعفو requires an an, forgiving people. والله يحب المحسنين. Allah loves the محسنين. وكلبهم باسط ذراعيه بالوسيط. وكلبهم and the dog باسط spreading their two hands ذراعيه, two hands بالوسيط on the entrance. وسيط is the entrance. I wrote it here. وسيط is the entrance. أو للدلالة على من اتصف بالحدث. Or it could also mean who is ascribed with the hadath. That means it's not actually doer, but he's been ascribed with it. For example, يخرج من بطونها شراب مختلف. ألوانه, different in colors. So from the stomachs, from the honeybees, the stomachs, what comes out? A drink which is different in color. So being different is not something which you do. You're described with it. So ismul fa'il can also be used for ittisaf, for being described with something. فقوله عز وجل والنخل والزرع مختلفا أكله. مختلف, again the same word. والنخل and date palms and zara farm, whatever farm, مختلفا is different in its taste. أكله is its taste. Okay, so it's not necessary for fa'il wal hadath. It could also be man ittasafa bil hadath. وهو يصاغ من فعل الثلاثي على وزن فاعل. It is formed on the pattern of فاعل. فنقول ضرب وكتب وجلس ضارب, the one who's hitting. كاتب, the one who's writing. جالس, the one who's sitting. نعم, ضارب كاتب جالس. ومن أكل. Now with mahmuz, how do you make? أكل آكل. You do the idgham. No, we talked about this last time. آكل. And then sa'il, sa'il. Then qari', reader. Very simple, inshallah. And then madda from muda'af, we say madidun. It should have been madidun. It'll become madun. Wa daqun. Daqqa is to pound something. Daqun, pounder. And shadda, shaddun, severe, shadda. Wa min wada'a wa wa'ada. And how do you make ismul fa'il from this? So this is different. Madda, daqqa, shadda. You need to join both of them. Then we have from mithal, wada'a, wa'ada, wazana. Wada'a, how do you do? Wadi', the one who's putting. Wadi', the one who's putting. And then we have wa'ada, the promiser. Wa'id, wa'id. And then wazana, wazin. Very simple. From man qala wa sama wa ba'a wa sara. From qala, it'll be qa'il. Sama, it'll be sa'im. So in here the rule is what? In ismul fa'il, he taught us before, no? The alif, the waw and the ya will change into a hamza in ismul fa'il. Sa'im. So if you see this word and the root letter is not qaf, hamza, lam. No, it's qaf, waw, lam. So ismul fa'il should be careful. Sa'im, bai', sala, sa'ir, traveler. Wa min da'a, raja, wa masha, wa jara. And then naqis, how do you do? You drop the last letter, no? It becomes da'i, ad-da'i. I mean, without alif lam, you drop it. Da'in, ad-da'i, manqus, ar-raji, the hope, the one who hopes. Al-mashi, the walker. Al-jari, the runner. And then from waqa, wa'a, tawa, lawa. Al-waqi, the savior. Al-wa'i, to the one who understands. Wa'a is to understand, comprehend. Wa'a. And then al-tawi, the one who folds. From tawa. And then lawa. Lawa is to bend something. So lavi, the bender. Okay, so these are all the types of ismul fa'il, and this you should be clear with it. Fa'il, all of them are fa'il, but little bit changes here and there. This will have a mad. You'll join the two letters. Here is the same. Here it will be changed into a hamza. Here the last letter comes back. It will be written like a ya always. Da'i, raji. And then waqa is similar again. There's no change in mithal. This is lafif. Lafif mafruq also, there's no change. كما يصاغ من غير الثلاثي على وزن مضارعه مع إبدال حرف المضارعة. Miman. How do you make more than 3 letters? Well, you have to make it mudare, and then you have to change the U to the Mo, to the Ya to the Mo. Madmuma wa kasru ma qablah wa kusira ma qabla akhir, and the second last letter will get a kasra. It will get a kasra. For example, fataqulu min akhraja wa shahada wa rattaba. From akhraja, how do you make? Mukhrij, the one who removes something. Shahada, mushahid. So how do you do? You take the mudada and then convert it. Very simple, inshallah. Mushahid, the one who's watching. Rattaba is one who's putting something in order. Organizer. Murattib. Murattib. So rattaba, you'll make it mudada. Yurattibu. Yurattibu. And then you'll make it murattib. You will change it to a murattib. Second last letter will get a kasra, obviously. Murattibun. Then inkasara, the one who breaks, munkasir. Inkasara, it broke. For example, inkasar al-kubu. So munkasir, the thing which is broken. Washtama, to gather, to mujtama, the gatherer. And to muqtaqatala, to fight within each other. Because form 6 could show musharaka also, no? Tafa'ala shows two things, no? Cooperation, tasa'ala, like asking each other. Taqatala, to fight with each other. So the one who is fighting with each other is called mutaqatil, the one who's fighting. Then ihmarra, ihtalla, inhalla. Form 9, how do you do? You have to give a fatha. Ihmarra. So ihmarra was actually, I forgot one. Mustama. No, okay. Ihmarra has 2 raws, no? You didn't forget. Okay, no. Mustama. Yeah, similarly, Mustama, yeah. The one who's listening. Ihmarra, it should have been muhmarirun. Muhmarirun. Right? Muf'alilun. I'm telling you what, namna. Muhmarirun. So what happens is the 2 miras, muhmarirun, these 2 raws will be joined together and it'll become muhmarrun. Correct? Because meme will not change. No, meme is not the second last letter. The second last letter is the ra. So meme will be like that, however it is. Right? You might be like, where's the kasra? Well, it was on the ra, muhmarirun. But the 2 raws, they were done idgham, so it became muhmarrun. Muhmarrun. Red. Muhmar is red. Then we have muhtal. Ihtalla is to ihtalla. Or what's the root letter? Ha. Lam. Form 9 of this. Ihtalla. To free, I believe. Ihtalla, but I'm not sure. Oh, this is form 8. To settle down, to occupy. Yeah, occupy something. Ihtilal is occupation. Ihtilal. It's form 8. The 2 lams made us confused. But it's ihmarra is form 9. If alalla. But this is a form 8 because the ta is there, no? If ihtalala, it was like ifta'ala. And then this becomes muhtal. Because it was actually muhtalilun, the occupier, muhtal. And then munhal. Munhal seems like inhalla. So same root letter, ha and lam. So this is form 7. So form 7 from halla, yahullu, is inhalla, to be untied, to be solved. Munhal is a solver. Dissolve also is munhal. So muhtal is to occupy something, and munhal is to, I'll write it down. And munhal is to solver. Then we have Hamza from form 4. Aqama yuqimu. This alif will be changed into a ya, no? It will become muqim. Aqama is to settle. It will become muqim, the one who settles. Aana, to help. So mu'in, helper, mu'in. Many people have the names. It became mu'in in Urdu. but it's actually mu'in. And abana is to become, say clearly, and the one who speaks clearly is called, or states clearly, abana. Mubin. Mubin comes in the Quran. Clear, something which is clear. Mubin. Abana is to make something clear or speak clearly. Then form 10, ista'ana. How do you make ismul fa'il? Musta'in. Just same. Yasta'inu, musta'in. Ista'ana is to seek help. The musta'in is the one who sought help. Istiqama is to settle somewhere again. Istiqama. Mustaqim. Or straight. Istiqama is to become straight also. Ihdina sirat al-mustaqim. So how was mustaqim form? Istaqama yastaqimu. And then ismul fa'il from yastaqimu mustaqim. Then we have ikhtara wa ihtaja. Ikhtara is to choose. Ikhtara is to choose. So again, this was ikhtara was actually ikhtayara. Then we had إذا تحرك حذف الإلة, the ya, the fatha will change into an alif. قلبت ألفا. إذا تحرك حذف الإلة وانفتح ما قبله, will change into an alif. No? So ikhtayara, again, the ismul fa'il was mukhtayirun. If you want to write it down, mukhtayirun. Mukhtayirun. And then إذا تحرك, this will also change into mukhtar. So ismul fa'il is also mukhtar, ismul maf'ul is also mukhtar. Huh? But technically they are different. This is mukhtayirun and this is mukhtayarun. Like musta'in, musta'an, like that. Then muhtaja also, muhtaj is the one who's in need, muhtaj. But it's different. Muhtayij, muhtayaj. The thing being needed, it is called muhtaj also. So anytime it has an alif, the ain kalima is an alif, the ismul fa'il and the ismul maf'ul is the same thing. It'll be mukhtar and muhtaj. Okay, so I hope it might look a lot, but inshallah it's not that difficult. How to make ismul fa'il. Inshallah we'll do the exercise also. It'll become more clear. وَيَعْمَلُ اسْمُ الْفَاعِلِ عَمَلَ فِعْلِ الَّذِي اشْتُقَّ مِنْهُ. Now what? This is important. Now you should know by now how to form. From 3 letters, more than 3 letters, what happens with this and that. Inshallah, you should be able to do it. Inshallah ta'ala. So a little bit here and there, you might get it wrong, but it's no problem. But وَيَعْمَلُ. Now why are we learning this? Because it does an action. It does amal. Like the verb fi'il, ismul fa'il also does an action. وَيَعْمَلُ اسْمُ الْفَاعِلِ عَمَلَ فِعْلِهِ. The ismul fa'il does the action of its verb. الَّذِي اشْتُقَّ مِنْهُ. From it is derived. So you can imagine the verb has 5 sons. The verb has 5 sons. Ismul fa'il is the biggest son. Ismul maf'ul is the second son. Sifa mushabba, Sigha al-mubalagha. Sigha mubalagha is the 3rd son. And then Sifa mushabbaha is the 4th son. And then Ismul zaman wa makan, 5th son. The more sons, not 5, but more sons. Ismul ala is the 6th son. And the 7th son is there's one more I forgot. Ismul ala, Ismul zaman wa makan, Sifa mushabbaha. Yeah, that's it, I think. So Ismul fa'il, Ismul maf'ul, Siyagul mubalagha, Sifa mushabbaha. Now, Ismul zaman wa makan, 6 sons. Oh, Ismul tafdil, I forgot. Ismul tafdil is the 7th son. So 7 sons verb has. Now let me write it down, because mushtaqat are always useful. You have Ismul fa'il, Ismul maf'ul. These are all called what? Al-mushtaqat. Mushtaqat. Derived from the nouns. Ismul fa'il, Ismul maf'ul. 1 second. And we have Sighatul mubalagha. Mubalagha. Sifa mushabbaha. We'll learn all this inshallah. Sigha mubalagha, Sighatul mubalagha is made from mutaaddi verb, transitive verbs. And then Sifa mushabbaha is made from intransitive verbs. اسم الفاعل اسم المفعول صيغة المبالغة اسم التفضيل comparison and all that, and then اسم الزمان and makan. So I write اسم الزمان ومكان, that is two nouns of اسم الزمان and makan. اسم آلة. What else? 1 2 I forgot something again. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. Yeah, I forget something. These are all called mushtaqat. اسم المفعول صفة مشبهة اسم التفضيل and then اسم الزمان وكان اسمه آلة. Yes, that's it. 7 sons mushtaqat. So we can remember mushtaqat are 7. اسم الفاعل اسم المفعول 1 2 3 4. So صيغة المبالغة صفة مشبهة 5 6 7. اسم الزمان اسم الآلة. Okay, so we are now learning اسم الفاعل. So ويعمل اسم الفاعل عمل فعله, because these are sons of the verb, 7 sons of the verb, correct? What is this page number? $35. Got it, yeah, okay. ويعمل اسم الفاعل عمل فعله. So all these 7 sons, they will do the action. So اسم الفاعل will also do the action. What does it mean by doing action? That means it will take a file and it will take a maf'ul. Or it can take, you could say. Because what happens is in Madaris, what they'll do is, even if there's no file, they'll say, imagine there's a file, damir mustatir. So anytime you see khaliq, for example, they'll say, aina fa'iluhu in India. I mean, where's the file? They say, damirun mustatirun. So they'll train the students as well. Anytime you see ismul file, you should search for the file. Like for the fi'l also. So, but I don't know if other books do it or Arabs do it, but I've heard it in Indian lectures. أي أنه قد يرفع الفاعل قد يرفع. That's why he says قد يرفع الفاعل. قد when it comes to مضارع means sometimes. قد مع المضارع يفيد التقليل. تقليل, it shows less. قد with ماضي يعني تثبت, ثابت, it shows تحقيق. Surely, but with مضارع it means sometimes, rarely. قد يرفع, so sometimes it could make the file رفع. وينسب المفعول, and it also could take مفعول به, an object. كفعل المتعدي, like and a transitive verb. سواء بسواء, same. That means if the فعل is متعدي, the اسم الفاعل will also be المتعدي. Remember, if it is لازم, it will be لازم. Obviously, it depends on the verb. It depends on the verb. ففي قوله تعالى والكاظمين الغيظ, and the وكاظمين, the ones who stop, control the anger. So why is غيظ mansub? You'll be like, if you don't know this rule, you'll be looking for a file. Oh, where's a verb here? There's no verb here. Ismul fa'il is the one which is making this mansub. Ismul fa'il is a mushtaq. So this is making it mansub. Kadhimina. It was actually kadhimuna. And because of wow, it became, or because of previous, al-kadhimin al-ghayda. Because of previous atf, it became majrur or mansub. I don't know. You have to look in the verse. Amil ismu al-fa'il. So the ismul fa'il al-kadhimina, an-nasba, it has done the action of nasb. Al-ghayda, why is it maf'ulun bihi? This is the maf'ulun bihi of the ismul fa'il, fil ghaydi. فهو مفعول به لاسم الفاعل. مفعول به, it is the object of this اسم الفاعل. وفي قوله تعالى ربنا أخرجنا من هذه القرية الظالم أهلها. Oh Allah, remove from this village. So village is ظالمي. This is masculine, right? And قرية is feminine. So why is it not matching? Because this is a sifa, ismul fa'il. And this ismul fa'il, its fa'il is coming. Ahluha is the fa'il of the ismul fa'il. That's why it need not match here. And this is called nats something. They have a name in Ajumia. They have a name for this. Where the nat is not describing the previous one. The nat is describing the which comes later on. not nisbi or something. I said something. So it need not match in gender. The case ending, it will match. Qadiyati al-zalimi. But gender will not match because the gender is ahl. It's people. So this is a thing which is there in Arabic language. So Rabbana akhrijna, oh Lord, remove us from this village. Its people are oppressive. Not the village is oppressive. Ahluha, its people are oppressive. Not nisbi. I don't know the name. This they call it something. Inshallah, we can learn because it should match in gender. No, it's not matching. And it's not. It's matching in. It has al. This has al. This is singular. This is singular. This is majrur. This is majrur. But only in gender, it's not match because gender should match with al. Al is masculine people. No, so zalimi is also masculine. You cannot say hadil qadiyat zalimati ahluha. No, it should be zalimi because this is masculine. This should be masculine. So rafa'a is full file. So the ismul file zalim has taken. Ahluha is the file of the ismul file. Right? I hope you understand, inshallah. It's not that complicated. Ultimately, ismul file, once again, ultimately ismul file can take a file as well as maf'ulun bihi. Like Allah says, inni ja'ilun fil ardi khalifa. Khalifatan. So khalifatan is object of what? Maf'ulun bihi of what? Ja'il. Ja'il made. Where's the file? It's hidden. A file is hidden, but maf'ul is here. Khalifatan. Now, so what should I repeat this words? Rabbana akhrijna. And all everything else. This straight from here. Only words here. So Rabbana akhrijna, oh our Lord, remove us from this village. Hadhihi al-qadya. Fine. What type of villages? We are not talking about the type of village. We're talking about the people. So village is village. In that people live, right? So al-zalimi has been used. So this is a naat. But this naat is a special type of naat which is describing the word which is coming after it. Right? And there's some conditions you have to use. I'm not so sure about the conditions and all that, how to use them now. And this ahluha, why is this the rafa then? What is ahluha? Ahluha is the file of the ismul file. And zalimi is the naat, but it's not the exact naat. It will match in everything except gender. Because the gender is determined by ahluha. Okay, inshallah. Now, can ismul file do the amal all the time? Right? Like a verb. Verbs are strong, no? But these guys are not. There are some conditions again. Wasmul fa'il in kanat fihi al. Only if it has al amila amala fi'lihi da'iman bila qaydin wala shart. If it has al, so it will not do it because it's weak. It's the son. It's not the father like the verb, right? I mean, can anyone tell me who's the grandfather? Grandfather is a noun. All right. There was a grandfather. There's a father, and then the father has 7 sons. The grandfather is the masdar. Masdars are not called mushtaqat. Right? As per the correct opinion, there was the masdar, qatlun, for example. From that, a verb was formed. Qatala, yaqtulu, qatlan. I mean, qatlan is the masdar anyways. And then from the verb, all these were formed. Qatil, maqtul, maqtal. Like that. Grandfather is the masdar, the original source. That's why it's called masdar. Masdar literally means source. Now, source of the word. So if you memorize the masdar, you'll get so many verbs from it. You can derive so many words from it. So with al, there's no problem at all. With al, it's the strongest, like the verb. There's no conditions at all. You can do anything. Kama fil mithalain as-sabiqain. So notice here, al-zalim, it has al. Al-kadhim, it has al-kadhimina, it has al. Correct? It has all of them have al. So they can do amal whatever they want. Right? This thing. And he brings another word, fawailul lil qasiyati qulubuhum. Woe to the ones who's hard-hearted. I mean, they're hard in what? Their hearts. Their hearts have been. Qulubuhum is the file of the ismul file. Now, so all this is not there in his Madina books. Ismul file, mushtaqat. It doesn't go into so many details. I'm not able to find this verb. Al-Qasi. Al-Qasi. Yeah. Which verse is Fawailul. It should be lil qasiyati. Okay, okay. This is Surah what? Zumar, verse 22. Surah Zumar, verse 22, 39, 22. And it translates as Fawailul lil qasiyati. Those who are hardened their hearts. Whose hearts are hardened. Okay. Amma idha lam yakun fihi al, but there's no al to it. There's no al attached to it. So what do you do? فَإِنَّهُ لَا يَعْمَلُ عَمَلَ فِيهِ فِعْلِهِ لَا بِشَرْطٍ. You need to have two conditions. You need to have what? Two conditions. أَوَّلُهُمَا. The first one is أَنْ يَكُونَ بِمَعْنَى الْحَالِ وَالْإِسْتِقْبَالِ. The meaning should be hal, present tense. Hal here means not hal, the grammar hal. Present tense. It should be in the meaning of present tense and or future, not past. أي أنه إذا كان بمعنى المضي. مضي means ماضي. لم يعمل. It won't do. فلا يصح أن تقول مثلا. It's not correct for you to say, for example, علي فاهم درسه أمس. Ali is the one who understands his lesson yesterday. Not allowed. We have to say Aliyun fahima darsahu amsi. I mean, there's no need for amsi. I mean, amsi is more specific. Yeah, okay. For Aliyun fahima darsahu amsi. Ali understood his lesson yesterday. Next, وثانيهما, and the second one is أن يكون اسم الفاعل معتمدا على النفي. It should be dependent on nafyin. So a normal sentence, you cannot make a amal. You cannot make the ismul fa'il do the amal because it will be very confusing. It'll be very confusing and you cannot do it. So it should be something negative or the question. Remember in mustathna also, mustathna, mufarragh, empty, it cannot be muthbat sentence. It should be ghayru muthbat. It should be manfi, istifham or whatever, in illa and all that, no? Because it will be very confusing. Similarly here, in positive sentences, you cannot do. It should be something negative. Or something should be there, it should be dependent on something. For example, kama fi mithli qawlina ma hamidun suqa illa man rabiha. Ma hamidun, there's no praise here. It's not a name, Hamid, the one who prays the market, except who becomes profits. Rabiha is to profit. Correct? Like you go to a market and you want to sell something and the market is a good place, right? You find it nice and you earn a profit. So you'll obviously praise the market. Oh, this market is good, right? This market is nice. You'll get good price here. So you can come and sell here. But if another seller comes and he loses, right? He'll blame the market. Oh, this market is not nice. The people here are stingy. I mean, so that's why this saying is there. Ma hamidun suqa illa man rabih. The one who will praise the market is the one who earns profit, right? Who's profitable. Or istifham, or it could be a question also. So it should be dependent. So here, Hamidun has the ismul file. You'll be like, wait. This is nakira. How is it allowed? Well, it's negative, no? It's negative, it's allowed. Manfi, it's allowed. Nafyun, it's allowed. Or it could be question also. Akatibun al-wajiba ya Zaidu. So are you a writer of the homework? That means, are you doing homework? Ya Zaid. Katibun is to write. I mean, writer literally. And then wajiba is, are you doing your homework? Oh, Zaid. So this is the question. The question also is fine. Or, okay, I want to use it in a positive sentence. Now, there should be something before. There should be something before. Like, for example, أو كان واقعا, or it occurs خبرا لمبتدا. You cannot start without it. It should be subject. It should be predicate to a subject. كما في قوله تعالى وكلبهم, and the dog باسط. Oh wait, what? This has tanween. ذراعيه. Why is it taking an object here? Because this is the khabar معتمد على المبتدا. It is dependent on the mubtada. باسط is taking an object because this is coming as khabar. وقوله سبحانه وتعالى بالوسيط is at the entrance. وقوله سبحانه إني جاعل, like I gave an example here. إني, indeed I, جاعل في الأرض خليفة. Indeed I will make on the earth a khalifa. So you should ask the first question. Is it future tense or present tense? Like basitun here is present, hal, no? But here ja'ilun is future. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said to the angels, in future I will make. So this is tanween. Why is it allowed? Because this is coming as nasikh. What is nasikh? Is ismu inna, khabar inna are called nawasikh. No, inna wa akhwatuha wa kana wa akhwatuha. Inna and kana are called nawasikh. Now, so it should come something with inna after inna. So this is khabar of inna. So ultimately it's some khabar lil mubtada or khabar li inna or khabar li kana. So ja'ilun is doing amali al khalifa. Why is it mansub? Well, it's khabar of inna. Wa qawlu azza wa jal, this comes of kuntu. Wa ma kuntu khati'atan amran hatta tashhadun. And I will not cut the matter, khati'atan amran. I will not cut the matter until you are witnesses. So I don't know in which context this is. Hatta tashhadun. This is Naml 2732. Oh, this is a queen which is replying. Queen replying, and the queen, Sulaiman Aslam, sent a letter to her, and she's like, I'll not do anything until you are witnesses to it. She's speaking to the group. What should we do? I mean, should we attack or what? So قالت يا أيها الملأ, O chiefs, advise me. أفتوني في أمري, give fatwa for my matter. أفتوني ما كنت خاطئة أمرا. So كنت خاطئة, خاطئة is to cut, decide. No? Decide any matter. I'm not going to decide any matter until you are witnesses. I'm not secret king, queen actually, who will do secretly. No, I will take your opinion. So خاطئة is nakira, ismul fa'il. From خطأ يقطع, قاطع. Why is it taking a maf'ul? Well, this is khabar. Kuntu, the ta is the ism of kana, and qatiyatan is the khabar of kana. No, khabar of kana is mansub. And this is the maf'ulun bihi li qati'a, li ismil fa'il. Now you will understand everything in a new way. So anytime you see ismul fa'il, you should be careful now. First you ask, does it have al? Oh, you can give amal without anything. If it doesn't have al, you have to ask, is it negative? No. Is it is it a question? No. Is it khabar li mubtada, khabar li inna, or khabar li kana? Yes or no, whatever. وقالوا تبارك اسمه فلعلك تارك بعد ما يوحى إليك وضائق به صدرك. فلعلك, perhaps you تارك, you are leaving. Oh, nakira. But it is khabar of la'alla, and la'alla is the sister of inna, no? Tarikun, so it can take an object. Ba'dama yuha ilayka, some of what is revealed to you. So perhaps you leave whatever is revealed to you. وضائق, and straightened bihi sadruka, your heart. Because of the Quran or something, Allah Ta'ala is saying, perhaps you leave something or you do like that. But if you do it, there'll be a problem, right? You should not be able to do that. So this is for Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. Tarikun is used only once in the Quran. This is for Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. Yes, I think. Yes. فَلَعَلَّكَ تَارِكٌ بَعْدَ مَا يُوحَى إِلَيْكَ وَضَائِقٌ بِهِ صَدْرُكَ. Perhaps, O Prophet, may wish to give up some of what is being revealed to you. Or you may be distressed by it, because they say, the verse continues, أَنْ يَقُولُوا لَوْلَا أُنزِلَ عَلَيْهِ كَنْزٌ. Why has not a treasure had been given to him? أَوْ جَاءَ مَعَهُ مَلَكٌ, or an angel can come with him. إِنَّمَا أَنْتَ نَذِيرٌ. Allah says, you are only a warner. You should not become annoyed or worried about what they say. And وَعَلَى اللَّهِ كُلِّ شَيْءٍ وَكِيلٌ. وَاللَّهُ عَلَى كُلِّ شَيْءٍ وَكِيلٌ. And Allah is all the trustee of all affairs. Wallahu ala kulli shay'in wakil. So Allah will do, He'll take care of the enemies. So tarikun is the khabar, and da'iqun, why? This is coming as atf again, I think, of la'alla. So that's why it's allowed here. Naam. Kama fi qawli ta'ala, he brings so many verses. Right? فَأَخْرَجْنَا بِهِ ثَمَرَاتٍ مُخْتَلِفًا أَلْوَانُهُ. And he brought this example, and he brought up fruits مُخْتَلِفًا. Again, this is nakira. فَأَخْرَجْنَا بِهِ ثَمَرَاتٍ. So this is for أَوْ كَانَ صِفَةً, أَوْ كَانَ صِفَةً كما في قوله تعالى. It should have come as na'at, sifa. It's like مختلفا. This is a sifa, mawsuf sifa. So you use the word sifa. That is not, from what I understand. فَأَخْرَجْنَا بِهِ ثَمَرَاتٍ مُخْتَلِفًا. So it should be dependent on some other word. This is ثَمَرَاتٍ. Why is it mansub? Can you tell me? مختلفا. Is it hal? I don't think so. Why is it? I mean, why is it bringing the examples of this thing? No. مختلفا ألوانه. I don't know why it's non-sub. فَأَخْرَجْنَا بِهِ. Oh, yeah. Oh, I forgot. Samaratin is mansub, but this doesn't take fatha. No, this is Jamma Muannath Thalib. Samaratin is mansub bil kasr, with kasra, because muslimatun, muslimatin, innal muslimati. Correct. Yeah. I was thinking, why is it mansub and samaratin is majrur? It's not majrur, it is mansub. No. And I used to get confused about when I used to learn Arabic. Like for example, any verse, khalaqallahu samawati wal arda. Arda, why does it have a fatha and samawati as a kasra? No, same thing here. Aw kana halan, or it could be a hal. Hal. How do you know it's a hal? Well, after ma'rifa, if something comes, it's a hal. No. Wad'uhu mukhlisina lahuddin. We all have been through this. Yeah. And call him. How should we call him? Mukhlisina mansub hal. Wad'uhu. That means antum mukhlisina. You all should be humble, sincere. Lahuddina, to him the religion. Mukhlisina lahu ad-dina. And this is mukhlisina is taking ad-dina is the object of it. Maf'ulun lahu is just jar majrur, and then ad-dina is the object of mukhlisina. Why is it doing an action here? It's hal. So ultimately it can do a hal. I mean, it's giving so many conditions. I mean, it could be a khabar. Ultimately, when it can't do amal, being nakira is when it is mubtada or fa'il or like that, no? But he's giving so many conditions. It could be khabar of mubtada, khabar li inna, khabar li kana, sifa, hal. Apart from that, are very rare. Mubtada you can't do. Like I cannot say ja'ilun. I mean, you cannot do that anyways. Ana ja'ilun. I'm going. Ana jalisun. I'm sitting. You need something, no? You cannot start a sentence as jalisun. Ana jalisun. We need ala anyways. Ala al kursi. But for ana qatilun al kalba. I'll kill the dog. Okay. ما يأتيهم من ذكر من ربهم محدث إلا استمعوه وهم يلعبون. No remembers come from them, from their Lord. محدث, a new remembrance. محدث also means new. إلا استمعوه, except they hear it while they are playing. So they keep playing, laughing, joking. لاهية قلوبهم. Their hearts are in amusement. لاهية. And this is what hal. How are they يلعبون? How are they playing? With their amusing their hearts, or how did they translate? Laihatan. This is Ambiya, yeah. Laihatan qulubuhum. Qulubu is the file of this thing. Distracted hearts. Distract. With the hearts totally distracted. Wasarun najwa alladhina zalam. Okay. وفي اللغة العربية, we have few more points inshallah. We'll finish اسم الفاعل today. وفي اللغة العربية يجوز في. So we learned amal of اسم الفاعل. When will it do amal? Well, if it has al anytime. If it doesn't have al, so many lists, 5-6 times it should be khabar of mubtada, khabar of kana, inna, sifa, hal. 1, 2, 3, 4, Five things you could do if it is nakira. Or it could be negative. Like negative is also a thing. And then it could be a question also. If it's a positive question thing, you have to look at these things. All right. وفي اللغة العربية in Arabic language يجوز في اسم الفاعل الذي جاء بعده مفعوله أن ينسب هذا المفعول. So what he's saying is, and in Arabic language, يجوز, it's allowed في اسم الفاعل, in the اسم الفاعل. Okay, what's allowed? الذي, which, so he's explaining what is اسم الفاعل. جاء بعده مفعوله. So اسم الفاعل whose maf'ul has come after it. Some word is coming as an object of it. And yunsaba hadha al-maf'ul, that this maf'ul should become made mansub. Obviously, no? Kama fi qawli ta'ala, wa inna la ja'iluna ma'ahu, it can come late, sa'idan juruza. Why is he telling it now? Obviously, it will take an object, no? I don't know. Why is he saying? Kama yajuzu and you. Oh, okay. He's giving options now. Okay. You can make it mansub. Yeah, obviously, this is one thing we can do it, right? وَإِنَّا لَجَاعِلُونَ مَا عَلَيْهَا, and indeed we will make whatever is on the earth, عَلَيْهَا سَعِيدًا جُرُزًا, a barren land. Sa'id is with a sad, means a barren land. And Juruz, I don't know. Sa'id and Juruz. This is Surah Kahf. Okay. However, barren. Sa'id is a soil, land, barren ground. Yeah. Juruza is barren. Sa'id is a vast land like this. So everything on the earth will become like a huge ground, no? On the day of judgment. So we can do this thing. This is maf'ulun bihi. Fine. What is the other way you can do? Kama yajuzu an yudafu ilayhi. You can make mudaf ilayhi also. فَيُجَرُّ الْمَفْعُولُ بِالْإِضَافَةِ. You can do idafa also. كما في مثل قوله تعالى إِنَّ اللَّهَ فَالِقُ الْحَبِّ وَالنَّوَى يُخْرِجُ الْحَيَّ مِنَ الْمَيِّتِ وَمُخْرِجُ الْمَيِّتِ مِنَ الْحَيِّ ذَلِكُمُ اللَّهُ فَأَنَّى تُؤْفَكُونَ. إِنَّ اللَّهَ فَالِقُ. Indeed, Allah is the faliq. Falaqa is to split. So indeed, Allah will split the فَالِقُ الْحَبِّ وَالنَّوَى. He'll split the grains. Hab is grains and nawa is the dead seed or fruit stones, you could say. So hab is for use for rice and all that, no? Food things. This is for fruits. Nawa is for fruits. Two types of seeds. One is grocery type and these are fruits. Yukhrijul hayya. So where is this? Faliqu is the ismul fa'il. And what is the object? Al-habbi. Maf'ulun bihi. But it has been made. So we can, in fi ghayr al-Quran, how can we say it? We can do it as maf'ulun bihi. Inna Allaha faliqul habba. Why is it al-habba? It is maf'ulun bihi lismil fa'il. Right? Yukhrijul hayya min al-mayyiti. There's no ismul fa'il here. He brings out the living from the dead. Wa mukhrijul mayyiti. See, ismul fa'il again. Mukhrij, akhraja, yukhriju, ismul fa'il, and mayyit is the mudaf ilayhi. We can do fi ghayr al-Quran, wa mukhrijul mayyita. Alright, object. Wa mukhrijul mayyiti min al-hayyi, and he brings out the dead from the life. Dhalikumullahu fa'anna tufakun. That is Allah. And why are you? Fa'anna, anna is where? How? Anna is how, kaifa. Tufakun is why are you, how are deluded? Fanna tufak. Alat ya Maryamu anna laki hada. From where? Anna also means from where? Anna. Anna could also mean how. Because Zakaria alayhi salam says anna laki hada, mean from, yani min aina laki hada. Wa qawlu azza wa jalla kullu nafsin dha'iqatul maut. Very famous verse. And every soul shall taste death. Dha'iqatu ismul fa'il, and this is mudaf ilayhi. So, في غير القرآن you can say كل نفس ذائقة الموت. Right? So we can do مضاف إليه options also. وقوله عز وجل وفي حالة النصب المفعول ينون اسم الفاعل. So when you're making it mansub, obviously the tanween اسم الفاعل will be tanween with tanween إذا كان مفردا, if it is singular. كما في قوله تعالى ما كنت قاطعة أمرا حتى تشهدون. Because في غير القرآن I will not decide a matter until you are witnesses. We can say, we can make it mudaf ilayhi also. How can we do it? ما كنت خاطئة الأمر حتى تشهدون. We can do that, no? خاطئة الأمر. But if you're removing the al, I mean, you're not making مضاف مضاف إليه, you can say خاطئة أمرا. وتث what is this? تثبتت or تثبت وتثبت نونه إذا كان مثنى, and the noon will be there if it is مثنى أو مجموعا. Plurals also كمان في قوله تعالى ولا آمين البيت الحرام. And you should not be آمين something peaceful. آمين أما يا أم. I'm not able to find آمين. Al-Baita has come so many times. 12 results. 1 second, let me search this first. How did it translate Amina? Wala Amina al-Bayt. This is not able to find. La wala Amina al-Bayt al-Haram yabtaghuna fadlan min rabbihim. But I'm not able to find verse number. So the Maida verse number 2. Constructors, I will. Not sure. Amina. Such a huge word. La tuhillu sha'ir Allah wa la sha'ir wa la hadi wa la Amina. Coming. On their way. Amina here means on their way. The ones who are coming to the Bayt al-Haram. Yabtaghuna fadlan min rabbihim. Coming. The one who are coming. So Amina, this is plural. So he says the noon will remain and Baita is maf'ul bi. وفي حالة الإضافة يحذف التنوين. And when you make mudafa, obviously the tanwin will go away. كما تحذف النون المثنى. The noon of duals will also go away. Jamu dhakkar salim will also go away. All of these noons will go away. Like kullu nafsin dha'iqatul mawti. The tanwin went away, no? It was dha'iqatun al-mawta fi ghayr al-Quran. And inna mursilun naqati. Indeed, we will send. The noon was plural. Mursiluna. Because Allah uses plural. Indeed, we will send the camel. Fitnatan as a test for them. فَارْتَقِبْهُمْ وَاسْتَبِرْ. So watch them and have patience. Istabara is also patient, like very strong patience. أقول سبحانه وتعالى إن الذين توفاهم الملائكة ظالمي أنفسهم. Again, this is plural. Indeed, when those whom angels take, tawaffa is to take or give death. ظالمي. This is zalimina. The noon has been dropped because of alladina. The ismu inna, badal of that. Zalimi anfusihim. They are oppressors of themselves. So zalimina, do not stop. So ultimately, what did we learn today? Ismul fa'il. How do you derive ismul fa'il? Now, ismul fa'il, how do you derive from all that? And then from 3 letters, more than 3 letters. And when does it do amal? Amal, it will take a file, it will take a maf'ul. If it has al, no conditions at all, freely you can do. If it does not have al, then if it's negative, it can do. If it is a question, it can do. Or if it's a positive sentence, then you have to look. Is it khabar of mubtada, khabar of kana, khabar of inna, as a sifa, as a hal? And then, how do you make the maf'ulun bihi? You can do 2 ways. You can take direct maf'ulun bihi or indirect. How do you do indirect? By making mudaf mudaf ilayh. So I can say I will kill the rat. Inni qatilun al-fa'ra. I can do like this, or you can say inni qatilul fa'ri. I am the killer of the rat. Okay. That's it. I mean, the noon drops and all that is obvious. The noon drops, tanween drops. He just gave extra points here. But that's what we learned today. Inshallah. So I guess we can do exercises. Inshallah ta'ala. We can do. So try out the first exercise on page number 49. Now, we have 9 verses. Because I thought it's best to do it after every lesson itself. It's not that. And then we can do it again at the end. So we'll do it 2 times, inshallah, the exercises. So that will be a good revision for all these mushtaqat. Right? So let me show you. Page 49. We have exercises. So try this out. Very simple. He's just asking. What is he asking? Ayyin, specify in the verses ismul fa'il. Okay. He's just asking ismul fa'il. Or bayyin ma'mul. So ismul fa'il, ma'mul means, does it take a fa'il, maf'ul, the thing coming after it? Or shart amaliha, and the condition of its action. Right? Is there any condition of its action? Yes. Like al came or no al. In kana mimma ya'malu bishurut, if there are conditions for it. If it is nakira, you'll have conditions. No? So you have 8 verses. 8 verses. Like I can show you the first one. ليجعل ما يلقي الشيطان فتنة للذين في قلوبهم مرض والقاسية قلوبهم. So al came. This is the file of the qasiyah. Simple. So if there's al, no problem. If there's no al, you have to say وَالذَّاكِرِينَ اللَّهَ. Oh, Allah has come. Simple. And then Ismu Tafdil will do. We did not study, no? Ismu Tafdil. So we cannot do the next exercise. But yeah. Just the first exercise, inshallah. And then when we'll do it twice. And then we'll start Siyagul Mubalagha. So Ismul Fa'il, same thing. When you have more intensity, it's called Mubalagha. The Qatil is killer. But you want to say he kills a lot, he's a massacre guy. So we say Qattal or Qatul or Qatil. Not Qatil, but it depends. Siyagh Mubalagha, there's no fixed rule. We just have to use what Arabs have said. So why are we learning that? So that whenever you see the pattern, you know that is Mubalagha. There's intensity in the action. Right? It's called Samai. Siyagh Mubalagha is Samai. Sifa Mushabba is also Samai. Both of them are Samai. It's just for identification. There's no rule like, okay, Ghafir, for example. Oh, I want to make on the pattern Ghafir, Hadir. No, you cannot. You can either make Ghaffar or Ghafur. That's what Arabs have used. So that's one. Siyagh Mubalagha, inshallah ta'ala. There's fixed patterns for that. We'll see, inshallah. But before that, we'll do this in our next class. Barakallahu feekum. Jazakallahu khairan. Subhanakallahumma wa bihamdik. Ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilaik. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.